Welcome back to Cowboys Nation News. I'm Tom Downey, and we're finally wrapping up minicamp with our full set of news, notes, takeaways, and everything else you need to know. Minicamp has closed out, and now it's time to break down what it all means. And if you want a deeper dive into minicamp winners and losers, I've got something special for you tomorrow. So drop a comment on today's show if that's what you're into. But for now, we're kicking things off with what's going on with Trayvon Diggs. Diggs has publicly stated, back to Clarence, back to Kevin, that he's aiming to return from his knee injury in time for week 1 of the regular season. On paper, that sounds admirable. He's showing heart and commitment, and that's something every Cowboys fan wants to hear. But I have to be honest, you just can't assume that's realistic. The official timeline from the team, ever since the injury first happened, hasn't pointed to a season opener appearance. This isn't a run-of-the-mill ACL tear. This is something more complicated. He underwent a chondral tissue graft. Yes, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which means they replaced cartilage in his joint. That's more complex than the standard knee repair. It's more delicate with a more unpredictable timeline. And sure, there have been whispers of tension between Diggs and the Cowboys training staff. Maybe a bit of finger pointing here. Nuances in communication there. Ultimately, though, what matters is that we can't assume a week 1 return. It's a wait-and-see situation, and we have to treat him as a luxury this season. If he comes back and plays at full throttle, that's fantastic. But banking on a short timeline for a return could hurt this secondary, especially if something else goes wrong. So honestly, week 1? My gut is saying no. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I'm skeptical. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Moving past Diggs, let's talk quarterbacks. Because minicamp is when you start separating people from just hype. And Joe Milton, the man behind the big arm, has had his moments. Not every throw is on point. He's scattered at times, holds the ball longer than he should, and could get sacked in real games if that carries over. But then he'll uncork frozen ropes, and we're reminded of why he's here. Minicamp by design favors players with elite athletic traits. There's no pad tackling, super limited contact, so it's tailor-made for a guy like Milton to shine. So far, more ups than downs. This type of environment is built for showing off weapons, and he's done just that. It's going to make for a fun training camp and preseason when the lights are on and hits start flying. Now let's pivot to the guy upstairs, Dak Prescott. He's running the ones and he's looked sharp. Single sleeve Dak? He rolled up the right sleeve and looks ready to go. Vibes matter. Feeling good, looking good, and throwing good. So that's all on brand. There have been some rotations in the QB room, but nothing to read into. Just standard practice stuff, giving reps. He hasn't been cleared for contact yet, but let's be realistic. There's no contact in minicamp, and that's not unusual for quarterbacks anyway. I expect he'll be fully cleared by the start of camp. No 8-month or 18-month. Recovery rumors, those didn't hold water before, and they don't now. He's going to be healthy when it counts, and it's on him to maintain that form all season long. So far, so good. Let me know how you'd grade this QB room. From 1 to 5, what's your letter grade? A, B, C, D, or F? Drop it below. Shifting gears again, our Turpin report. Always good to track this guy. Like late last season, he's getting touches both as a gadget player in the backfield and out wide. Versatility is huge for players fighting for those roster depths. Turpin has 16 carries for 92 yards in camp. And while he doesn't have the build for a lead back workload, those gadget plays are where he can shine. Dallas toyed with similar sets last year, but it never translated to regular season use. I'm curious, who decided to run those packages this time? How much? Influence does Coach Showtimer have? Turpin isn't going to be an every down back, but a player who can wear multiple hats, contribute on special teams, and pop in those moments. That could be exactly what this team needs. The key is designing plays that put him in space a couple of times a game. That's value, not volume. Let's talk running backs overall. Building off Turpin's situation. Nick Harris delivered some useful insights on how things currently stack up. And again, this is June. No pads, no real contact. That limits what you can truly read into. Touches with the ones? That does mean something, but it's not everything. Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders both got reps with the one group and flashed. That's telling. They seem locked in as the top two. Jaden Blue got meaningful reps with the twos and earned special teams time. He looks like a safe bet to make the roster as a situational player. He may never be the lead guy, but explosive plays early in his stint could define his role. Deuce Vaughn also had second-team looks, but he's facing a tougher road. The numbers game is tight. Williams, Sanders, Blue, plus Lipke for special teams makes for limited space. Contest will be fierce. Who ends up with the most carries this year? Williams, Sanders, Blue, or someone else entirely? That one's going to be fun to watch pan out. And a quick shout on the linebacker front. Maurice LaFleur has been flashing a bit, but early chatter leans toward Kenneth Murray and Jack Sanborn anchoring the base and nickel packages. LaFleur has shown promise generating pressure, and there's room for flexibility, but Murray and Sanborn are getting the most reps now. Plenty of runway left for LaFleur, but coaches seem to be favoring the former too. Finally, big picture on the offensive line. Tyler Booker is stepping into the right guard spot, and man, does it make sense to let this play out cleanly. In a contact-free environment, you can't judge real football matchups, but this is the plan. Booker deserves the nod, and you want him rolling into camp as the guy. Let Ezra rotate in, let the backup spot sort out, but let that front line 5 gel now. Groundwork matters. Give them time. More Cowboys content is on deck all off-season. Workout breakdowns, roster moves, and whatever comes before training camp. Don't miss it. Hit subscribe at youtube.com/Cowboys TV so you'll hear when it drops. So let's stay with that offensive line conversation, because one of the most overlooked parts of building a championship contender is continuity up front. And right now, it's shaping up to be Tyron Smith at left tackle, Tyler Smith at left guard, Tyler Beardas at center, Tyler Booker holding it down at right guard, and Terrence Steele at right tackle. That's your core 5 as of now, and the staff seems locked into that setup heading into training camp. Yes, there's some rotation, always is, especially early in the offseason, but Booker getting consistent first-team reps, that's what you want to see. There's no time to play games with the offensive line, not when you're breaking in new pieces and trying to protect your franchise quarterback. Every snap these guys take together from now through August helps build a chemistry that can carry over into the season. Now, some of the depth options like Shamar James and Rebels are dealing with injuries. That opens the door for younger players to take reps, but it also underscores why Booker's early reps matter so much. He's the guy who needs to hit the ground running, and getting him acclimated with the starting unit is one of the smartest moves this staff can make. Even if you're still experimenting with combinations deeper down the chart, the foundation has to be stable. You can't go into the regular season still wondering who's lining up at right guard. Looking more broadly at camp, it's also worth noting that some of the more hyped rookie names haven't made as much noise yet, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes quiet camps mean a guy is just adjusted and learning, not flashing because they're thinking. Others explode early and fizzle when pads come on. We've seen both sides, so while fans always want instant standouts, this is the time to keep expectations in check and let players grow into their roles. One thing that stood out this year more than usual was how clear the coaching staff has been in messaging. From McCarthy to Schottenheimer, you can tell they've streamlined their vision. That's been reflected in how reps are divided, how players are being moved around for versatility, and the emphasis on cross-training. Guys like Turpin in the backfield, Deuce Vaughn getting looks at receiver, Lipke working across multiple roles. These aren't random experiments. This is the staff trying to maximize every roster spot, because those decisions in June shape the margins of your team in December. And it's not just offense. On defense, the focus has been clarity and aggression. Without DeMarvion Overshone, who won't be ready for week 1, the linebacking unit is getting tested early. Kenneth Murray is stepping into a leadership role, wearing the green dot and calling out adjustments. Jack Sanborn is doing his thing, sliding between roles. LaFleur again is showing some juice, especially when they've run their base packages. And when they've dialed up pressure looks, he's been right there in the mix. He may not start the year as a top 2 linebacker, but he's giving himself a chance to matter once the games count. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In a stunning development that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, Sources close to the situation suggest that Patrick Mahomes, the reigning MVP and widely considered the best quarterback in the league, was spotted arriving at the Dallas Cowboys headquarters earlier today. The unconfirmed reports, currently circulating as a fervent whisper among league insiders, indicate that Mahomes is on the cusp of signing a monumental 4-year deal with America's team. This tantalizing rumor, if proven true, would undoubtedly be the most earth-shattering free agency move in recent memory. Mahomes, who has consistently stated his commitment to the Kansas City Chiefs, has led his current team to multiple Super Bowl appearances and victories, cementing his legacy as a generational talent. The idea of him donning the star and playing for the Cowboys, a franchise perpetually seeking its next championship, is almost too extraordinary to comprehend. While official statements from both the Chiefs and the Cowboys remain conspicuously absent, the buzz surrounding Mahomes' alleged presence in Dallas is reaching a fever pitch. Speculation is rife regarding the potential motivations behind such a monumental shift. Could it be a strategic play for more control, a fresh challenge, or an unprecedented financial offer that even the Chiefs couldn't match? The implications for both franchises and indeed the entire NFL landscape are immense. For the Chiefs, losing Mahomes would signify an immediate and drastic rebuild, while the Cowboys would instantly become the overwhelming Super Bowl favorites, their championship drought potentially nearing an end. This is a story that has the potential to redefine the league's power dynamics for years to come. A true what-if scenario that has every fan on the edge of their seat. The football world holds its breath, awaiting confirmation of what could be the most significant player movement in modern NFL history. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.